Tell you what's great to see in Australian karting is our road tax heavy category. We are set this time. We are off and racing as they will roll their way down to turn one. Who will get the hole shut? There certainly will be squeezing their way through, and it is, yes, the 4-cart leads the way. Zach Van Leeuwen will lead the pack into turns 1, 2 and 3 for the first time. Great start for Lane Moore. He will slot his way into second position. McMillan there in third position, cart 39. Great start for him as well. But in fourth position, I think it was cart 17, Maxi Carter. Great start for him from James Mackin. And we'll keep an eye out on the 54 cart in this battle. Aaron Hindle, he moved his way up in that third heat race as well. Mackin makes a quick early move. So James Mackin will slot into fourth position. He is ready to rumble in this pre-final. They will roll their way across the start-finish line. But it is the 4-cart. Zach Van Leeuwen leads the way from Lane Moore. They roll their way across the start-finish line and then hard on the brakes into turn 1. So this is going to be a great battle for the lead. They're all bunched up at the moment on these early laps. 18 laps for this pre-final. And the man who's got about a nearly 2-cart length lead already on Lane Moore, it's Zach Van Leeuwen leading the way from Lane Moore. Benjamin McGillen in third, Mackin fourth, Carter there in fifth position from Aaron Hindle. And as we said, we'll keep an eye on Aaron Hindle. They made some fine tweaks to that Arrow machine, so he'll be certainly wanting to move his way forward with confidence after that great heat race yesterday. Quickest man on the track at the moment is cart number 1, Lane Moore, 42.426 for Lane Moore at the moment. Well, you've got McMillan there with a 42.4 as well, right on the tail. Your race leader doing 42.5s. Look at Lane Moore. Will he make an early move? Yes. Squeezes through. Do they touch? No, nothing in it though. And look at this. Benjamin McMillan says, thank you very much, and goes from third to first. Great move indeed there. So we're going to see plenty of action. And as we said yesterday, this road tax heavy field is fantastic to watch this year. We're going to be in for a great year of racing at Road Tax Heavy, and they're turning it up already in the pre-final. Lane Moore gets back the lead, but look at this. Benjamin McMillan goes back to the inside, hard on the brakes, gets the job done, and this bunches the pack up now. So we've got a great tussle on our hands here. This is only the pre-final, and they're fighting desperately for position. So they work their way now into turn 5, and it's a banked corner. So they will work their way now through this very fast left sweeper. And these guys will be nearly flat out, I would imagine. And then they roll through a very tricky double right-hander. It actually drops away the corner. So the guys are under plenty of lock on the steering wheel. And you'll see the inside rear wheel pop up as they are really unloaded through that part of the circuit. Back though, McMillan in control, 42.164. So your race leader setting a new quick time in that Arrow machine of Ben McMillan out in front from Lane Moore. Zach Van Leeuwen in third position. James Mackin in fourth. Maxi Carter in fifth from Aaron Hindle in sixth. Christopher Board in seventh. Luke Geneb there in eighth position. Benny Walter in ninth. Mitchell Wall in 10th. There is your 10 at the moment. So they've sort of settled down a little bit now as Ben McMillan there trying to desperately get away from Lane Moore. He is the fastest on track. He did a 42.1. What will he do this time? Whoa, whoa, wee wah. 41.998 for Ben McMillan. So the only driver now to kick into the 41 second bracket mark. So a great job indeed. So he is head down. Oh, look at the tussle. It's Mackin and the 54 cart. They've come together, and it's Aaron Hindle. So they're going to lose out dearly, losing plenty of positions now. And they were side by side, and they were locked together into turns 2 and 3. So there's a tussle on our hands here, and Hindle will be trying to fight back. So as you can see, these guys on screen, they're through that fast left sweeper. And now the 20 cart of Nick Caruso. What can he do? He was very quick yesterday in the heat races, Nicholas Caruso. So can he now get amongst the action and move his way forward? Caruso currently sitting in 10th position. And he goes to the inside, so a big move there. So Mackin losing another 2 positions there. So Hindle makes a move and Caruso follows through. Great tussle there. But your race leader doing a magical job. He's edged away from Lane Moore. Comfortable lead there for Ben McMillan now. Second, Lane Moore. Still got some pressure on him as Zach Van Leeuwen starting to wind up that intrepid machine. He did a PB. Zach Van Leeuwen on that previous lap, 42.0. What will he do this time around? Crosses the start-finish line. A 42.2, so not as quick as previous lap. Lane Moore also did a 42.2 as well. So we'll keep an eye on this great battle we have on our hands here through turns 2 and 3. The 22 car, Anthony Ciccone there, trying to find a way. He's past Mitchell Wall. While Wall trying to find a way past Trennerfields as well at the moment. So they work their way along that back straightaway through the very fast left sweeper. Mackin just ahead of that battle. They will climb their way to the top of the hill once again. Down through this very fast left sweeper. As you can see, we're riding with the 65 cut. Mitchell Wall, 42.525. He just did a PB that lap. About a half a second away from your race leader, but he's winding his machine up, getting quicker, which is important in this pre-final. Longer race, so the setup involved in these longer races, they'll make the carts come on a little bit later. They don't want to make the tyres work too hard early in the race. That's why we're seeing these times improving each lap. But look at the battle we've got on our hands here. Lane Moore and Trennerfield, oh, they touch as they're up the top of the hill. Lane Mill is off the track. So Lane Moore trying to get back on track as he's sideways, as he comes across the start-finish line, desperately trying to get on track, and that has cost him dearly. So Zach Van Leeuwen slots his way into second position. Maxi Carter now moving his way into third. Geneva in the fourth position from Benny Walter. Big move for Benny Walter in this race. He is now in the fifth position. So the AWC team have really stepped it up for our pre-final racing. Great to see Benny Walter back in action. A long-time racer. Moved his way into Formula Ford. Did some Formula Ford racing and back into karting. And now, great to see him taking part in this year's championship. Really, ran a little wide just then. That might cost him dearly out of turn 3. But as you can see on screen, in second place, Zach Van Leeuwen there. Found some form in this pre-final and has now got a comfortable second over Maxi Carter in third. Geneva in fourth position. Walter fifth. Chris Board in sixth. Aaron Hindle seventh. Caruso in eighth. James Mack in ninth position. Hasn't recovered after that tussle a little earlier on from Mitchell Wall in 10th. Trent Philides there in 11th. Ciccone in 12th position. Rinaldi 13th. But on screen once again it is the 54 kart. Aaron Hindle. And big move on the inside. Great move indeed for Nicholas Caruso. They're having a great tussle here. Oh, a little touch as they go along that short straightaway and sideways through that fast left sweeper. So the 54 kart, Aaron Hindle, the elbows are out here, having a great tussle indeed here with Nicholas Caruso. They work their way from the top of the hill now across the start-finish line. Caruso right on the tail there in kart 20. They work their way through turns 2 and 3. Once more, Mack in there trying to get closer to the action, and this is all on for 7th and 6th position at the moment. And there you go, Caruso back to the inside on Hindle. So Caruso back into 6th. So the fastest time posted in this pre-final is from the 4 kart of Zach Van Leeuwen. He's in 2nd position. Maxi Carter 3rd. Another quick time. Another 41.7 to 8 it was that lap. Your race leader also doing 41.7s as well. But Lewiston there just a marginally quicker. And he's certainly got a nice comfortable 2nd position. Maxi Carter in 3rd position has dropped off. And Genève there in 4th position, starting to close the gap. Benny Walter in 5th position. Caruso in 6th. Aaron Hindle still 7th. Mack in 8th. Chris Board 9th. So your leader crosses the start-finish line. So is Leweston, Carter, Genève, and then we have Walter. That is the battle on your screens here. 4 laps remaining. As you can see, into turn 2, the 17 card of Maxi Carter over the curb into turn 2. Helps open up turn 3, trying to get a good run through that fast right sweeper, which they're flat out. Then they go into turn 5. And then along this short back straight, flat out through the left sweeper. And you can see the kart with a little slide as they go through that fast left sweeper, approaching the double right-hander now. So Zach Van Leeuwisten there, 41.601, a quick time indeed there. Sitting in second position. But it's all happening, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Let's look at the times for third. Third place getter, 41.944. So Maxi Carter just did a PB, and what a crucial time that, as well as Lucas Genève, also 41.894. So he's also just done a PB as well. So 3rd and 4th are really squeezing everything out of their machine on these last couple of dying laps. Wow, Zach Van Leeuwisten, 41.486. Look at the battle we've got on our screen a little bit further back, though, as they climb their way to the top of the hill here, sideways onto the straight. They roar their way across the start-finish line. It is with the 58 cart, having a great tussle. So a nice little battle on our hands here. The 57 cart trying to get amongst that action as well. So that's Sam Jackson, it is. And that was also with Mikahala Trenophilidis and the 58 cart from Christopher Quinlan. So that battle for 14th, 15th and 16th. Last lap board is out. So last lap board is out, and a great tussle with Chris Board here that I can see on our screen. Lane Moore still a part of this action as well. He hasn't gave up at all as they work their way through that double right-hander. Crossing the finish line though. Great win indeed for Ben McMillan. Great job then for Zach Van Leeuwisten to finish second position. Maxi Carter finishing third. Lucas Genève fourth. Benny Walter fifth. Caruso coming along in sixth position. Seventh of Aaron Hindle. Eighth of James Mackin. Anthony Ciccone in ninth position. Tony Brigioni there in rounding out the 10th. Chris Board 11th. Lane Moore 12th. Alexandra Rinaldi in 13th. Quinlan 14th. Trenophilidis in 15th position. Samuel Jackson finished 16th. Owen Gerthy 17th. Zach Morris in 18th position. And there was your 18 finishes of the Rotax Heavy. Well, there was certainly plenty of action in that at the start of that race. Lane Moore all the way back. He's got a lot of work to do to try and stand on the top step in the final. He was coming through the field. We're going to be set for a great Rotax Heavy final, that coming up a little later on.